There we go. It's on. Right, there we go. So we're about to get out the car. Oh, sorry. It's professionals.
That lasted at least 1.5 seconds.
We've been professional.
We've been very professional for 1.5 seconds. Thank you.
Dave the Rave, Roving the Rock, and Grampa Fatty, and Bear. Bear's ready to go. So Bear might whine a little bit because he's ready to go. But we're being professional. So what we've got with us today is a map. And a map reader. Yes, in this case, Grampa Fatty.
A map. I've got my ordnance survey.
Oh, yes, he's got his
Dave
map.
the Navigator last time.
That was so handy. Thank God for the map. We would have got lost.
Would have got lost. Would have still been there now.
On a marked path. Okay, so we've already established where we're going now. We've decided where we're going. We're Grampa Fatty.
We're at Thunder Guy.
We're at Thunder Guy.
Yeah, and we're going to go to Coire Fhionn Lochan.
Coire Fhionn
I believe
Lochan.
that's how they say it.
And we're not sure that that's how you say it, but that's our best guess.
Yeah.
Coire Fhionn Lochan.
That'll do for me.
And that's the same thing as the guy that you were talking about a second ago.
Yeah. It was on YouTube. He was going to do a climb up Ben Eam and Ben Narnain in Arran.
Arran.
Yes.
And where was he from?
He was down south of England.
Down south. Yes. Okay, down south. So, a rocher or Aracher? We could have told him it was a rocher.
Yeah.
Okay, so Coire Fhionn Lochan, and or something like that, and that is at Thunder Guy.
Yeah.
And out there, and there is parking. The car's been parked at the side of the road. A bit of a slope. I'll just
towards the sea, I might add.
Towards the sea. I'll just straighten the camera so it's at the right angle now. That's the angle we're parked at. Okay,
I'm glad I'm getting out to the roadside.
This is not quite that bad. I would have gone over. It did make us a little bit nervous, didn't it? Okay, we better go.
Yes.
We're gone. We're gone, man. Hello, doggies. Right, here we are at Thunder Guy. Nice start to the walk. It's mild, it's not raining.
Very professional start to the walk.
Well, yes, we've only walked for about 2 minutes and we've already pulled the zip clean off my jacket, which I managed to get jammed up. And then you and I tried to fix. The zip is now in my pocket because we've actually removed it entirely from the jacket, trying to fix it. And that's that happened. That's now. That's done and dusted. We won't need to do that again. That was quite bad. But anyway, and you were saying, Ian, that this was the first place you looked at.
One of these places, I can't remember which one it was now, but it was 35, 36 years ago.
When you were thinking about moving to Arran.
Yeah, well, I looked at the place here.
And you know, there's another doggy.
Yeah.
And this is where you were thinking about living. Imagine if you had lived here.
It's not bad.
Hey, doggy. It would have been good if you could have managed it. Oh, hey! Right, here we are at the deer gate. There's bears going through the gate. Might have to go over the gate in the end. It's a funny angle deer gate, a bit like the car. Parked at a funny angle, but it's easy enough to get over. But nice and sunny now. I've taken my Calmac jacket off. There we go. Bear's off the lead because there are no sheep or anything around here, and the path's cracking. We're very lucky. The view's opening up already. Wonderful. I'll get over here myself. Right, I can hear the water, and I think we're just coming up to the stepping stones, which Bear will enjoy because Bear's been stopping drinking out of puddles and things. Here we go. Not much water in the river, is there? Easy peasy. What's Bear going to do? Jump straight over them? Yes, jump straight over them. And down for a drink. There we go. What a good doggy. Nice. Good stepping stones.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's going to get a lot. It's going to get a big long drink. Okay, that's us over that little obstacle. and carrying on our lovely path, and we've got a good view now of the hills ahead of us, which we're going over that rise, and I think there's another rise after that that's unseen. So we're going quite high really. Okay, here we go.
Very pleasant.
Okay, we just stopped for a second. It's not because we're out of breath, or it's not because Bear's out of breath.
For yourself.
It's to take in the view, of course. That's where we're going. River going alongside us the whole way. Wonderful path, we said.
Yeah. Stunning path.
Stunning path.
Stunning place.
Already a wonderful view. And we've got heather all over the place, haven't we?
Yeah.
Coming up. I might as well ask you now, since we're here. You just said the path was wonderful and better than you remember. When was the last time you came up here?
30 years ago.
30. Yeah. So that's, do you know, that's like so many places we've been. I happen to have been here, but this is the exception. We've just been busy for 30 years, haven't we? And now we're trying to make up for it.
Yeah. We've got to make up for it.
So you've been up here in the 90s, some like early 90s.
3 times.
And what was it?
Once coming the other way, coming down this way, and twice going up.
And what was the path like when you went up?
It wasn't like this.
No, this is amazing, isn't it? This is a first class quality path.
Yeah. It was that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's right. Unmade.
Yeah.
And that is the old path, I think, going along here anyway.
Yeah.
That's what we would have had before. It's about maybe 20 years ago they upgraded this path, I think. I mean, just roughly. What a good job they've done.
Fantastic.
It's perfect, isn't it?
It's to avoid erosion.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's wearing away. It's like when there's
Yeah.
lakes with cat belts, and there's big signs saying please stick to the path. The path is 7-8 feet wide, and
Yeah.
path, and people still walking on the side.
Yeah.
On the grass that's not been eroded.
Erosion, you can see the path from the
people
sky.
walking on, you think, get off the.
You can see the paths in Google Maps, they're so fat, massive fat paths. Yeah, so this is the cracking thing. We're impressed with this, aren't we? Well, I have been up here a few times lately, but this is the exception. But I've come back because the view's so wonderful at the top, and because the path's so good. Definitely recommended this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is good, and a good workout as well.
Yeah.
Plus, the dog's off a lead, which is nice.
I found that I can do it.
You can do it. You can, like Buzz Lightyear. You can. Right, we've passed 2 people, and both of them were talking about how the weather isn't that great. But the only thing I'd say about that, which you agree with me, it's dull. It's not a summer's day, and we're in July, but it's great weather for walking, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Are we getting held back by this weather?
Nope.
Are we enjoying being out walking in this weather?
Yeah.
Are we soaked through?
Nope.
Am I walking about in just a t-shirt halfway up a hill? Yes.
And there's no midges.
And there's no midges. So really, what am I giving this weather?
Well, you said 7, I'll give it 7.5.
I think you're right. I think it's better than 7 out of 10. So we'll go 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And we can see for miles.
Yeah.
Bad weather, stormy weather, rain, not this, and a sunny day would probably overheat us, and then we would be struggling, we'd get sunburnt or something.
More people.
More people coming. Right, we'll ask them as well.
Like Socky Street.
We're nearly at the top now, we're not far away. Let's have a look and see. There. Socky Hall Street. That's 4 people we've come across altogether. We weren't expecting that many. We need to polish our conversational skills. So, we're at, how'd you say it?
Coire Fhionn Lochan.
Thank you. Nowhere near Arran. And this is what it's like in July, midsummer. And those people over there have been swimming in there. All of them. They've been swimming in the water. That's the view over the water. And we're going to go round. And we've come to a boggy bit of ground. Is it boggy where you are now? And the sheer stupidity of me, I said when we left, Ian, oh yeah, and I've got my shoes on with the soles that are falling off, so when I get out the car I'll change into my boots. I've still got the shoes on with the soles that are falling off. And actually, why I even own them I don't know, but I didn't change them. The sheer and utter stupidity of me. And now we're in boggy ground and we can't find the path, can we? I don't think there's... Did Gordon and I really run around this without a path? Let's go around the other way and find the path.
Yeah. Let's find the path and stick
Right, go back, retreat. Retreat. Let's go back to where the swimmers are. So,
they're completely confused now.
on the way up, Ian and I were talking about going swimming in there. We were, weren't we?
Yes, but not today.
In our undercrackers. And, because we don't have anything else. And we thought, well, maybe it's going to be too cold. We won't do it. And then these people have done it. They're still alive. So we actually could do it.
Could, but I'm not today.
You're not. You don't fancy it. It is quite cold up here, isn't it? It's funny with the sandy beach, isn't it? It's not what you expect. And there's a guy around the other side with a little boat or something, so we're going to go around and have a look at him. There's our hardy swimmers. Well done. 8 or 9 degrees, I reckon. That sounds quite cold. Yeah, oh, right, okay. Take your word for it. What a mixture. Clouds zooming past. Got people in shorts out there with a boat or a kayak. It could be midwinter, to be honest. Is it a squall? I don't know. Is it going to pass? Don't know. We're thinking we're not going to go any higher because the weather's a bit rubbish. There is a path that goes up near the left and goes up to the top of that hill. It wouldn't take us long. We're still thinking about it, but being that this weather's rubbish and my shoes are rubbish, maybe not. This might do. We'll have a think. At least we didn't get lost. At least we didn't get lost.
Even we'd have found it difficult to get lost in this walk.
Yeah, because the path, you just can't go wrong, can you? Is this our stopping point for Scooby snacks?
Yeah, Scooby snacks.
No Snickers for you. Oh, Bear's ready. Good dog, Bear. There we go. Off we go with that. It's quite shocking, isn't it? Can't even see the other side at all. And the wind's picking up. In fact, the cloud's coming right up towards us, like the fog. Do you ever see the film The Fog?
Yes.
Where all these figures come out of the mist and they kill everybody.
Yeah.
That's what this looks like. If you hear the horn of a boat or something like that coming out of the fog. And there's the thing, so you're taking photos and you've discovered something that you've started doing. You started actually putting your photos up in Fran's tea room, haven't you?
I have. Yeah.
And you've been taking photos for years. Even on Everest you were taking photos, weren't you?
Oh yeah. On the base camp.
But you've actually put them up.
Yeah. And I've sold 2.
You sold 2 already? And how long have they been up for?
2 days.
2 days?
Yeah.
So if you sell it to 365 a year, you'll need to keep snapping away this. Oh, I don't think that will sell actually, to be honest.
You never
I don't think you'll make very much money out of that one.
I'm not burying that.
Uh-oh, what is he doing? He's not burying it.
No.
I think he's too hungry for that.
Yeah, he's eating.
And Fran's tea room doing okay?
Yeah, very quiet. Yesterday, yeah.
Was that Monday?
Yeah, it's very
What day's today? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Yeah,
It's very busy on a Friday and a Sunday. Saturday was really busy because of the Hope Cup and there was a wedding in there as well.
Right.
We did a wedding reception. So that was a really busy day and that's sort of turned the corner, but the other days of the week are just not great.
No.
It's just, it can be soul destroying.
Yeah. So some busy, some quiet.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she'll just have to, I suppose, persevere because she's not been there for that long in the scale of things since she's opened it again. Is there a sign in the road?
Yes.
Good.
It's not a very good one though.
Ah, right, okay.
We're looking to get another one.
Ah. Well, maybe people will come there just to see your pictures. You've got prints and frame prints, haven't you?
Yeah.
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 Good.
It's just something that I fancy doing. So.
Definitely. Especially since we're getting out and about all the time. One place. Oh, he's got back to his treat again there. He's still got it.
Yeah.
Gosh. There's no view at all. There's nothing. Bear!
Bear, come on. What is it? What is it?
There he goes. The dog of energy. Okay, one last look. Cleared up a bit. At least we can see the other side now.
Yeah.
We didn't go any higher. In fact, we ended up getting so cold, we would have put on all of our winter gear. Standing here, gloves, bonnets.
I am colder here in the same gear than I'm
Still running about.
On top of Goat Felt in the snow.
Yeah, that's right.
February.
That's right. We didn't have our jackets on even then, did we?
Only when we got to the top.
Very top. Going up Goat Fell in the snow, it was still warm enough, we didn't need our jackets. But we needed them here. Where's he gone now?
Behind you, feet.
Oh, he's Dougie. The galloping Muttley. He's loving this beach, isn't he?
There you go, professional. It went
Professionals! It's like we're the professionals. Right, so the thing we were talking about that we're going to mention, it's amazing how many things are closing in Brodick. You were saying,
yeah, Chippy.
the Chippy, and that's the last Chippy in Arran, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dedicated fish and chip shop. And it's got a sign on the door saying closed until further notice.
Yeah.
And
Staff.
I actually, but it's lack of staff, that's right. And I spoke to the owner of the chip that used to be there, and he said he'd lost 4 staff and he couldn't replace them. And you and I both know why that is. Because there's no accommodation, there's nowhere to live. Chippy, the chemist was shut yesterday, staffing problems there.
Yeah.
And it's done that before as well, and that was Brodick and the last chemist, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The co-op in Brodick, the small co-op, that's not been open a few times because of staffing problems. The big co-op gets away with it because they commute from the mainland and because it's close enough to the ferry.
A lot of them do it as well.
Yeah, but when the boat's off, they've got hardly any staff as well because there's nobody to get on the island. Beside the Chippy, we've just heard that the tourist information is going to close.
Yeah.
Beside that is the old hydro shop that used to be there, and it's still closed. And then further through the village, I actually did go to the post office stupidly quite recently, and that's closed in Brodick.
No, there is no post office now in Brodick.
No, and that's the main village.
Yeah.
And then one of the only 2 banks left in the island just closed as well, and that's the one in Brodick. That was the
Bank of Scotland.
Bank of Scotland.
Bank's only open 4 days a week.
And what was the other thing that's shut in Brodick? The bank, the post office. I can't remember. Anyway, there's not much left, is there?
No, getting less as well.
Alright,
Howdy doody.
thanking you very kindly.
No problem.
I hope it stays nice for you because it was quite shoddy up there when we were here.
Seems to be clearing up a
Oh,
little
your
bit.
milk's up for so.
I wish you the best of luck. Exactly.
And what was the other thing that shut in Brodick? There's something else. The post office, the bank, and something else that was just as important. It wasn't the chemist because it just moved. What else was it? Come on. Post office, the bank. No, I can't remember. Maybe that's it.
Can't think of anything.
No. But anyway, yeah, so whether anybody will take on the chippy again or not, time will tell. But again, there used to be 2 fish and chip shops in Brodick, didn't there?
Yeah.
There's one in the centre.
Used to one in Lamlatch.
By
what used to be.
That's right.
Steamers.
There used to be one in Lamash, yeah.
Yeah, next to Steamers or Andy's place, whichever
That's right.
generation you are.
And there was a fish and chip van that went through all the villages and it came to Whiting Bay as well.
The Flying Scotsman.
The Flying Scotsman, is that right? Yeah, that's what it was. Flying Scotsman.
That was Dave as well.
So, yeah, if you want fish and chips, you're not going to get it from a chippy.
Fran's Tea Room on a Friday.
Fran's Tea Room. Oh yes, that's right, Fran's Tea Room. And what is it? I seem to remember, I'm just going to do it from memory. Is it £12.50 for fish and chips in Fran's Tea Room?
I think it's $12.95 now.
£12.95.
Don't quote me on that.
And that's fish and chips and peas, isn't it?
Fish chips and peas or fish chips and beans.
Yeah.
Good portions.
That's
Very
good. Good portions.
As you can tell from my rotundness.
And that's sitting in, of course.
Yeah.
With wonderful pictures to look at.
Absolutely.
Have we still got a wee bear? Oh,
Yeah.
there's a wee bear.
Right behind you.
Is it right behind me? That's good, that's good. That's good. Anyway, so it's just interesting. There's an awful lot of things closing. Hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully, well, we're just going to have to be more self-sufficient, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, it's my surprise question for Grampa Fatty.
Well, then what's the question?
Did you know that Plada Island went for sale recently and sold?
I didn't know it was recently. I knew it was on about 20 odd years ago, 25 years ago, but I didn't know it had been on recently.
Yes, about a year ago, okay?
Right.
And it sold very quickly.
Yeah.
It was last September, I think, because my memory's really quite good there. I think it was last September, and it was about £350,000. I think that's the price, okay? So let's just say they paid that for it. And it's got a lighthouse, it's got a couple of buildings on it, including a house.
Yeah.
I think there's some other buildings as well.
Yeah,
so it had potential, right?
Yeah.
And it's just put a planning permission in there for use as a holiday kind of guest house. And there's a boat and a helicopter transferring materials to Plada just now.
Right.
And building things. A big boat anchored off it. And
I saw a boat down there the other day. I thought it was a fishing boat or something, but
well, it was somebody I was walking with yesterday that said that he'd seen it taking stuff over. But anyway, the question is this: would you fancy going on a holiday to Plada?
yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's funny the things I spoke to somebody yesterday that I was out on a walk with, and he made the point that he couldn't understand why somebody would change it to Holiday Island, Holiday Let, when it's such a remote location. No one in the right mind would ever want to go there. And I kind of guessed your answer before you said it. I'd love to go there. Doesn't that sound perfect? You got your whole island. They take you to Kildonan.
No cars.
You get a little boat over a river, whatever it is, from Kildonan, and if that's what they've said in their permission, they're going to do.
Yeah.
And you go over there, and you've got the whole island to yourself for the entire holiday.
Yeah.
And the only person you're going to see is maybe somebody, jump down here, in a kayak or something they come across, and that might be like once a month or something at the most.
And make them a cup of tea.
Yeah, but I mean, you wouldn't even have to speak to them, but you might not even see them, or there might be nobody. But the point is, there's nobody living there. You've got this wonderful panoramic view around the whole island, and a lighthouse, which would be fascinating in itself. Although it's obviously the beam's firing away from you, and I think that sounds like the perfect holiday to kind of find yourself.
Fabulous to me.
It was Ben Fogel, I was watching his programme, I mentioned it before, he was talking about thin places, and in a religious term it means somewhere where it's kind of spiritual, but really it means a place where you can find yourself, where you've got the peace to think about who you are and the meaning of life and all that kind of stuff, a thin place, right? Surely that would be the meaning of that holiday, would it not?
I would say so.
I thought it sounded brilliant.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad you think that, because that was the opposite of the person yesterday. Yeah. And it takes all sorts. I think that will be a total success. I can imagine people, you know, running companies or whatever it is, you know, and stressed out and working very hard.
I can think of like the footballers maybe, or actors and actresses. They might want to. Yeah. You know, it's perfect for them to unwind.
Yeah. Even if it is expensive, it won't be expensive to them. No. And they've got a whole island and everything laid on and nothing to think about. Yeah. I think.
Just doing a music tour or whatever.
Yeah.
Great to just unwind on your own private island.
Yeah. That's good. So you see it the same?
Yeah.
In fact, I thought it would be quite nice to live there, but
it's
a commuting thing. But on a holiday, you're not commuting. You're just going there once. And then you're just enjoying it.
Bear.
That's all right. We've caught up with people.
Yeah.
And that was the people that were swimming.
Yep. Certainly did. Bear.
We've caught them up again. This is a nice path, isn't it? We've enjoyed ourselves, despite that weather, which was really pretty inclement.
Pretty unseasonal as well.
But it was nice, wasn't it? Coming down to Thunder Guy.
Bear.
The last wee bit.
Bear. Stop.
Good dog, Bear. What a good doggy. Back in civilization again.
No. That's civilization.
Yeah. This is the madness.
Yeah. This is the chaos.
The chaos. Yep. Good to be out. Back at the deer gate. View of Thunder Guy. I think I'll probably sign off the walk here. There we go. Dave the Rave and Grampa Fatty and Bear are roving the rock. Cheers.